friends. You said you had
Yes, I've taken it.
Hi, Bottom.
Hi, you Carrie.
How are you? Hi, Miss.
Hi.
Hi, Oscar. Congratulations. Great work. Raven will be late. See what she said.
Within a minute, we will start. Please wait one while.
Raven said she left her food or something and she has to go back and get it. So she said about 10 minutes. He
10
said
minutes.
10 minutes.
Oh,
He
okay.
said.
Means 30 minutes.
Everybody did walk.
Not only her,
That's
but
like
everybody said 10 minutes,
Indian-
and then it's actually
That's like
30 minutes.
India timing. People in India do that.
I know.
Except my dad, he's very sharp about it.
Oh, yeah?
He does not like lateness.
Well, I live in the, I used to be in the India, and I experienced a lot.
Yeah. They say, oh, in 10 minutes means 1 hour.
Yeah. Exactly.
Oh, terrible. Terrible. Well, very soon means half a day.
Yes. I'm on the corner means that's 30 or 1 hour.
Yeah.
Okay, now become the 3 sharp, I believe. See 30 seconds. Okay, so please prepare to write spoken by Buddha. Okay. Then today's theme is anger management. Do you have materials? Okay.
Thank you.
Okay, let's recite true as spoken by Buddha. The true words spoken by Buddha, Ryuho Okawa. There used to be the light in the great universe. The light is the energy of Buddha. People can live by this energy. And the Buddha's energy has made human history. It will be supplied eternally. This eternal light comes from heaven and prevails on earth. This is the light of heaven. Through the prism of Buddha, there appear the 7 colors of rainbow, arching over in the sky. Here you can see Buddha's mercy. Yellow is the color of teaching. White is the color of saving. Red is the color of justice. Purple is the color of obedience. Blue is the color of thinking. Green is the color of harmony. Silver is the color of progress. These 7 colors help each other, and there appears Buddhaland. Buddhaland is shining brightly because of gathering of bodhisattvas. This is the land of love or the land of mercy. This is the land of wisdom and the land of teaching. Especially, this is the land of souls rest in peace. Real souls are the children of Buddha. The children of Buddha became real human beings. Real human beings have spirituality. The spirits are immortal powers. The spirits are immortal forces. The spirits are real entities. The physical bodies are the shadows of the spirits. It means you are the boat sailing down the great river. The great river is a symbol of the course of life. Each of you sails down as a small boat. So you need a boatman. If you cannot for your own boatman, you surely go aground. This boatman really means your mind. If your mind makes a mistake, the boat breaks into pieces by a large rock. And you also need a bamboo pole. This pole is the meaning of the true words. When you go down the rapid stream, you need to pant in the stream. Then you can change your course. The true words mean the teaching of Buddha. Buddha enlightened and spoke the true words, and the Buddha's teaching became a gold mine. This gold mine suggests various teachings. These are another expression of Buddha's truth. It brightens the fear days. Or to put it another way, the fruits of Buddha's mercy. All of you, now here listen to me. Never lose your way, now and forever. The guided hand has already waved. Please follow this white hand and go straightly on and on. Your lives are not limited to this world only. They have three aspects: the past, the present, the future. Your past has already gone by. Yes, your mistakes will be kept in your mind. That is the reason why you should understand other people, and you yourself should reflect on what you have done. You and others are not different. On the contrary, both the children of Buddha and the brothers and sisters. Now then, love each other. Let us bring up each other, and it's time to forgive each other. This is eternal law, which penetrates the present and the future. Yes, indeed, the light of the dark night of this world is hell. It is also the same in another world. Since we came down to this world, the sun of the truth is scheduled to rise. Now we are watching rising sun. It will shed light to the future to invite the sad people to Buddha land. Now here I command. There shall not be conflict in this world. There shall not be distrust in this world. There shall not be crime in this world. There shall not be evil spirit in this world. There shall not be the devil in the next world. Only the ideal world. Utopia shall be realized. All of the people love each other, live harmoniously, believe in one another. The world is utopia. All of us could be the light of bodhisattvas. Believing that the light has reality. Believing that love has reality. Believing that the truth has reality. These are the facts that should be conveyed. We, the light of bodhisattvas, get together, work together to keep right mind and live in tune with Buddha's words. Here we bow to do so. Okay, thank you very much for coming. And then they might come, but anyway, hello everyone. Let's start now. So,
Can we close the door?
Uh,
Cold air.
okay, sure. So today, we're gonna learn anger management. I think this is a difficult part. It seems like a psychology or something, but we can learn the core teaching of Buddhism. Reason why he means the Shakyamuni Buddha started Buddhism is here. He tried to teach people control their emotion. So this is a very key point to get enlightenment. Then to learn this one, just dedicate our love and gratitude to the Lord first.
そういう語る言葉に語れないような大宇宙の秘宝を彼は知ることができる。自分が法であるということを知った。だから仏法そうというけれども、ブッダとは何かといえば法である。ブッダは法である。ブッダが見るものは法を見る。法を見るものはブッダを見るとも言われている。だからブッダそのものを捕まえて、肉体を持ったものをブッダと呼んでもダメで、 ブッダの法を見れば、そのブッダの法が実はブッダそのものなんで、法を見るものはブッダを見るものは法ということで、ブッダの法からブッダとは何かを知らなければ。ですから、あなた方と本物の信仰とは何かというと、すべての宇宙の秘密にまで迫りつつ、皆様方は現在、今ある理由、そして今どこにいるのかということを知らしめるところまで行く教えです。で、それを解けるのは人しかいません。それをエルカンタイというので今呼んでいます。そのただ一人しか解けないエルカンタイの方、エルカンタイとエルカンタイの方とエルカンタイの方をまっとうにご一致していこうとしている集団、相談に対する消えの心をお持ちください。それは消えしない限り学ぶことができないものなんです。このような学校で全く教えてくれないんです。このような学者は教えてくれないんです。他の宗教で学ぶことができないんです。ましてやテクノロジーの進化に介入されることはありえないんです。絶対ないんです。限界はこの世の利便性を増すことができる。その宇宙の日本までは絶対に届かない。これは信仰のみによって知ることができるものなんです。
Okay, Master Okawa says in his lecture, if you are successful to controlling your emotion, you can say, I realize I am spirit. So you conquer your emotion. That means Arahant. So that means if you want to become an Arahant, first you need to conquer the emotion. So this is a core teachings to be Arahant. Then please open the first one. This one from Rebirth of Buddha. Okay. For the people who watch this lecture through YouTube, and then I'd like to ask someone to read this. Latina, can you read this? All right. So please read it at the same time together and taste this quote. Okay, Latina, please.
So from the Kyoto, the rebirth of Buddha. Do not become angry. My beloved disciples, I have taught you about various poisons of the mind. One of these poisons is anger. You must not become angry. No matter what happens, no matter what kind of humiliation you may experience, you must not become angry. This teaching is vital for religious practitioners, for as you practice your discipline, you will surely be criticized by others. You will surely be condemned and humiliated by others. However, as disciples of Buddha, you must endure these humiliations. You must not repay anger with anger. You must respond with gentle words. You must answer harsh criticism with silence. Do not forget to smile. Do not forget to have a mind that endures patiently. Do not forget to have a mind of perseverance. For this mind of perseverance and the discipline of endurance shall enable you to accumulate virtue. Know that there is no virtue to be gained by those who do not have an enduring mind. Know that those who fight anger with anger shall never become a person of virtue. You must never, ever give in to anger.
So please contemplate on those words for a while, 1 minute. Thank you very much. This is the conclusion of today's thing. Okay? So, but if you say like this, you say, I am Arahat already. But maybe once or twice a day, you got upset and also got angry, right? That is a normal people. But he says, never angry. But you may wondering how. Today we will learn. How? Okay, through master's lecture. So, I separated today's lecture 6 parts. Then, let's see. First part. Keyword number 1, part 1. Greed. So, the variety of greed that everybody has become the source of anger. Okay, let's see. Master's lecture.
Today, I will talk about anger management. This is a topic that was originally requested from the international division. I believe that even within our Japanese lectures, there is a lack of explanation. So I would like to first speak about it in Japanese. To manage your anger is, to use a different phrase, the controlling of anger. Recently, the importance of this has been strongly advocated. This is because it is starting to become a problem in Japan. Overseas, there seem to be many cases where patients go to the hospital, receive advice from psychological consultants and doctors while receiving treatment. However, this is originally a matter for religion. Since it is a matter of religion, I believe that we must take this task back. The teachings of Buddhism have multiple-sided subjects. But in the teachings of Buddha, if you continue to condense the core messages, it all collects into the ideals of the way the mind should be. For example, the 3 poisons of the mind, greed, anger, and foolishness exist. Greed is something that you do not understand yourself. However, when viewed by other people, they will be able to tell that you have greed beyond your needs. Examples such as wanting more money, more status, more prestige, more acknowledgement, a bigger house, or having their children do better. From the viewpoint of other people, it is very easy to see. Regarding various matters, most people do not understand their own greed well. The type of person that is the self-realizing type will believe what they do is good. They are unable to conclude that their self-realization has turned it into greed. In order to be able to determine whether you have become greedy or not, you must establish a habit of concentrating your mind and meditation. You must practice looking within your mind objectively. Greed is not just a problem in and of itself. It often connects to the next set of anger within your mind. This is why the perspective of greed is important. You may think that one should just store off their anger, but anger does not spew forth if one doesn't have any problems. When anger comes forward, it is because what you thought about have not realized, or you are unable to achieve it. Society has numerous people living together, and even at the smallest form of organization, there is still a family. Normally, most people are earning their livelihood in an organization that is slightly bigger than the family. Since everybody lives with a free will, they will inevitably collide, of course.
ですからそうですみんな
People do not just advance forward, thinking of the same thing, and marching forward, like an old army banging their drums.
行くスタイルとはちょっと違うとなってそれぞれが
Everybody has free will. So, when this is hindered, or people collide due to competition, anger will start to build up.
すると思わず知らず怒りがこみ上げてくるんですねだから怒りのもとにはそれぞれが持っている
Therefore, the variety of greed that everybody has become the source of anger.
それが
Everybody wants to realize this greed. However, people are unable to achieve it and also collide into various things, which in return turns it into something disruptive.
Thank you. So let's summarize what Himasa said, first part. Okay? So we have 6 parts. This is one of the cause why you got angry. So here, greed is not just a problem in and of itself. Keyword is greed. Okay, keyword. This part, keyword is greed. It often connects to the next set of anger within your mind. This is why perspective of greed is important. So you need to know what is a greed. Then, when anger comes forward, it is because what you thought about had not realized. Yes, this is the point. Your greed had not realized, or you were unable to achieve it. Then irritated, upset, get angry. Like that. Right? You also remember, right? And then, therefore, the variety of greed that everybody has become the source of anger. So, to get peace of mind, not anger, we need to control your desire. I mean, worldly desires, like title, name, fame, money. That you need to control those things instead. So, everybody want to realize this greed. However, people are unable to achieve it and also collide into various things, which in return turns it into something, yes, disruptive. Disruptive. You know this word? Disruptive. Anger has a power to destroy anything, not only others, but also yourself. That's why any saints giants like Shakyamuni Buddha, Jesus Christ, Muhammad, and other philosophers like Socrates says same thing. Don't angry at all, because maybe you are hurt by other people's words or behavior. But if you answer those bad words with anger, like this sense, so you must not repay anger with anger, because destruction becomes twice. One is you are hurt by someone, then you destroy someone, then that person will destroy something. This evil circle will start. So that's why this is very important. So control your greed first. Then the small desire with big contentment. This is a keyword. So then, second point of this master's lecture, second part, reaction. This is also important because the incident or phenomenon you encounter is only one. Okay, fact is one, but how you can react. You have many options. If there are 1,000 people, 1,000 reactions exist, but you choose anger only because he hurt me. That's why I repay for that. It's Master says in the book, the first step of self-reflection. It's same as mountain gorilla. So you need to be very careful. Same as like animal. We are humankind who has dignity. So reaction is a key word. You have options, several thousands of options, but you choose anger. Then you may think, what is other options? Okay, please listen to his his lecture. How one can accept and react to these words. These words mean the bad words.
Unhappy science. Our research is in happiness and unhappiness. Even while researching happiness and unhappiness, the ratio of anger has relatively large portion. While living alone, there may be times one may get angry, but this is slow occurring. However, if you are meditating in the jungle, a mosquito may bite, which may frustrate you. If a hyena is loitering around, you may get angry. You also may get angry if you are unable to receive any alms and go hungry. However, by being alone, this does not occur often. Within a family, there are collisions that occur frequently due to anger. It occurs between parents and child, wife and husband, and even amongst siblings. This occurs between men and women as well. Referring to an insignificant situation, like going to school or work in the morning, and people are trying to move during a small amount of time. The families may fight. Mother and father may scold the child, or the child may get angry that his parents are late. Even if they do make it in time, they may have forgotten their homework, left the house forgetting something, and someone else has to chase after them. These kinds of things occur in the morning. If at night, someone may come home late, and if these various situations don't match up with each other, quarrels may occur. Even within a family, collisions like this may give birth to anger. What is the result of anger? A certain type of toxin comes out. This toxin, through the words of people, will tarnish others. Normally, the words which tarnish others in theory will also be left accumulating in the other person's body to a certain amount. The person who spoke these words will also have the toxic gas within. They will start to create a poison gas production machine. And the people who are on the receiving end will also have the toxins accumulate. If there is dissatisfaction, anger accumulating within the family, and it does not explode in the family, it will blow up at work. But in relationships at your work, there are many who do not think that something happened within the family. However, if someone were to understand their characteristics and are able to ask what happened, they may be able to understand why they explode. However, most people do not know each other's situations that much.
ある意味で、
This is why, for anger management, you must not directly get hit from a straight shot they throw at you.
仏教では違ってるわけ
In Buddhism, it is often mentioned that one must parry these attacks. In Christianity, they may counter by debating the topic. Even amongst Buddhist monks, they may use countering strategies by using doctrinal debate.
それは全問答法に上手っていう
Of course, the comeback method can be beneficial, but unless you are able to counter well, like the Zen koan, it may turn into an endless argument. One must be careful here. Even fights amongst siblings, spouses, or parents will not usually end with one ending sentence. It will usually escalate further. There are things one must communicate, but you must be able to parry these attacks without directly getting hit.
まあこれについて
Regarding this, in Buddhist scriptures, there are various methods in how one can accept and react to these words.
どういうふうにそれを受け取るかということを書いてますね。だから例えば
For example, it is like carving into a rock. This is a behavior of grudge holding, where people hold on to words for years upon years. Or another, where it will be like writing in mud or sand. For a moment, the words take shape, but after some time, with the wind blowing and animals walking over it, it disappears. This would happen if it were written in mud or sand. There is also a method that is like writing on water. Even if you write words on the surface of a small river, it would disappear immediately.
3番目の立場を
This third method is what Buddha teaches. He often spoke about a method that washes away, similar to writing on the surface of the water.
これはね
This may seem like a simple lesson for
だけ
children,
ど
but it is a very important message throughout your life. Being able to do this is the discipline.
実はこの毎回のことを
Whether you can control your anger or not is crucial for the path towards a master. It is extremely important.
世の中はそういう
The world is not full of perfect people. The more you have the opportunity to meet various people, there will be more opportunities to collect sources for anger.
それをどのように
One must be able to smoothly adjust themselves and to end each day with what occurs on that day. Of course, being scolded will have points one must reflect upon. Regarding points which you should self-reflect on, I believe that you should reflect honestly. If you hold on to a grudge and are always looking for a chance to get even, this is too much. It is a problem to constantly think about it without fail and accumulate feelings until one explodes. It is extremely important to not hold on to the toxins in your mind and to not accumulate them. This is very important and is a subject for discipline.
集団で修行しますと
If you are disciplining as a collective group, these things will occur often. Disagreements, misunderstanding, and not understanding each other's words are examples. Even if someone is speaking right in front of you, you are selectively listening. So there are a lot of differences between what you end up hearing and what you don't hear. This is why it is difficult.
Thank you very much. Yeah, he taught about a certain way how to forget. How to forget. Because you remember, you have good memories. That's why you suffered a lot, right? And then, as he said, typically 3 ways. I will read it again for you. So, one is like carving into a rock. This is a behavior of grudge holding, where people hold on to words for years upon years. Oh my goodness, terrible, right? And then, or another, second one, where it would be like writing in mud or sand. one moment, the words take shape, but after some time, with the wind blowing and animals walking over it, it disappears. This is second image. But still, in your mind, some toxins will remain. So, but third way, this is a great way as a seeker or Buddhism disciples or disciples of El Kantar. Third way, there is also the method that is like writing on water. Even if you write words on the surface of the small river, it would disappear immediately. Then he said, this third method is what Buddha teaches. Write down on the surface of water. So, because, as he said, what is the result of anger? A certain type of toxin comes out. This is poison, toxin, that damages not only others. If you get angry and then emit harsh words, that's hurt others, also hurt yourself. You may think this because he hurt me, that's why I repay. But as a result, that big toxins inside becomes twice or 4 times. Even if you have enough good reason to do so, to accuse that person. But getting angry means get toxin inside of you. That's why even the scientific research says, that is conducted by Oxford University, that they research that people who get angry easy, people who have a religious discipline, not get angry very easy. 2 groups. Then first group who get angry don't understand any spiritual training. Gut cancer. How many times you think? 10 times more than people who do religious discipline, try to control their emotion. 10 times. So that's why it is very, very important to keep yourself very safe and healthy, not get angry. So this is the second point of this lecture. Okay, let's go to third part. Third part, wow, foolishness. People have a hard time understanding each other. So what is a foolishness? Which hurt you very much. Okay, let's listen to his lecture.
After greed, anger, there is foolishness. This foolishness is a foolishness that does not know the truth. Looking at it from the viewpoint of the truth, you can tell that such and such thinking and actions are foolish. It's not as clear regarding if an action is foolish or not. If you only study at schools, newspapers, or the news on TV, they are thinking about how the mass will think. Otherwise, in the media, there are people who want to manipulate people in order to influence them. People are being manipulated, and they tend to think based on this manipulated information. However, from the eyes of the truth, this is something that is wrong. Through foolishness, anger may be induced. These things are actually very difficult. This is because they often do not know why it is foolish. The people who know they are foolish are not foolish. One can improve their own self if they know that they are foolish. However, there are a lot of people who do not know they are foolish. This exists without any links between age or sex. If a person had been irritated, it would have escalated even more. Therefore, you must hold back with your emotions and try to take back a calm mind. To be calm is very difficult thing. It's important to bring back a wavering heart into a peaceful one relatively quickly.
相手がすごく感情的になっている場合は、
When the other person is very emotional, you must not add fuel to the flame. You must think about a way to persuade them so that they can calm down. Unless you do this, it may end in bloodshed or a gunshot, or may take you to an endless path towards disaster. This may occur in a place where both of you are not aware. This is why you must have a calm mind. The practice of calmly talking things through is very important.
ことは非常に大事です。理解するということは難しい。
People have a hard time understanding each other. Their environment is different, and their background differs in various ways. They are different intellectually, in specialty skills, age, work location, which makes people not match in terms of how they think.
合わないとございます。それですね。
Figure out what common topics you can speak to each other about well. What kind of topic you see differences in opinions with each other. Compromise on situations where you can. And wherever you can't compromise, you should mutually agree about why you aren't able to compromise with each other.
そういうことが大事かなと。それから誤解に戻すと思うのであるならば、それを持つ、長く持ち。
Next, if it is something that happened because of a misunderstanding, you must make an effort not to carry it over for a long time. Due to these things continuing to accumulate, murder incidents may occur. With a simple trigger, a young man out of work may become an abductor, resulting in murder. Or, depending on the situation, due to their background of having enormous fights between parents and children, they may be very annoyed.
そういうこともあるし、ご主人と喧嘩したことが
Having gotten in a fight with her husband, unable to control herself, the wife may go to the supermarket and get caught shoplifting. With the wife caught by the police, the husband would get a call at work, which would make him furious. Due to your actions, it became news around the company. I am ashamed. This is how he may get anger. But the true reason for this occurrence is the way the husband speaks to her. The wife, feeling annoyed at what her husband said, decided to steal a few chocolate pieces, thinking no one would find out, which resulted in the police being called, the husband's company being contacted. In case of children, their school being alerted. This would turn the whole situation into a much larger battle, snowballing the whole ordeal.
そんな些細なことでも
There are many cases where these minuscule events become the reasons behind a divorce or troubles within the family.
原因は
The reasons are usually trivial.
まあそういう意味で当時中
In this sense, greed, anger, and foolishness, all of the three poisons of the mind, will arise as a phenomenon of anger or come about as an action. Through maintaining the discipline of the mind, it is important to learn how to control their anger well.
Thank you very much. So, the third keyword is foolishness. Why you are called a fool? 2 points I like there through Masa Okawa's lecture. One is you cannot understand others. That is a foolishness. And then another reason you can be called the fool when you get angry. One is that you cannot understand others. And another thing, reason why you can call like you are fool, because you don't know the great words. Time will tell. Time will tell. You don't know those words. Okay? Then, almost all the bad phenomenon will disappear within, at longest, like 6 months. No more than 1 year. That's why if you just forget it, someday it will disappear. So those things are very important. Try to understand others and be patient with time. So you can be a wise person. Then you must hold back with your emotions and try to take back a calm mind. It will take some time, but worth doing, right? When the other person is very emotional, you must not add fuel to the flame. That this is happen anywhere, right? Someone get angry and mad at you, and then you say something bad, more worse than him, like that, like battle happen. So you need to stop if you are wise. And then people have a hard time understanding each other because our brain is very small and limited. That's why it is hard to understand others. If you recognize that point, I don't understand him. He doesn't understand me, like that. We don't understand each other. As I told you, it is also the scientific research. How many percent normal person can understand each other? Only 20% of 100%. That's why always the misunderstanding happens. But if you focus on listening to others first, like Master said, if you, in the conversation, if you focus on the listening, 80% of the conversation, and 20% say something, you can understand others more. So that is a kind of spiritual training because people try to let people understand me. But if you try to understand others instead, that this world becomes very peaceful. And they figure out what common topics you can speak to each other about well, what kind of topic you see differences in your opinions with each other. Compromise. This is another keyword of this part 3. Compromise on situations where you can and wherever you cannot compromise. You should mutually agree about why you aren't able to compromise with each other. Yes, be rational. This point I can compromise, but this point I cannot. That's it. Then that is also compromise. Agree with disagree, like that. So that's why, can you see? Okay. This note is very important also. All right. Then going to next again. Part 4. Flexibility. This is also keyword. It is important to aim towards having a flexible and resistant mind. So let's learn.
In addition, there are the 6 primary afflictions, including conceit, doubt, and wrong views. Conceit is the arrogance, which can be the source of a fight. Due to you talking arrogantly, the opponent repels you. Oppositely, the opponent continues to speak arrogantly, which makes you feel angry. There is the poison of conceit. Anger may manifest due to this too. Next is doubt. Having various doubts about the other person, continually thinking that they are suspicious, thinking that everything is their fault, and constantly thinking about how they are trying to get you down, will make everybody feel like bad people. This may cause anger to well up too. If you are expecting that this is going to happen, just as you suspected, things will sometimes seem like how you imagined. If you think that that person does not think well of others and is always aiming to get in the way, there will be more and more times that these things happen to occur. However, there truly are situations where it was accidental. However, there are times when bad things can be done on purpose. So one must not be foolish, but there is discipline for your mind against doubt. Next is the section of wrong views. Regarding people who have joined Happy Science, there are people who have been believers since they are born, or there are people who join in the middle of their lives. They may have practiced a different religion, have not believed in a religion, or have a certain way of thinking that was taught during their education at school, family, or company. Even after joining the Sangha, this aspect does not just disappear. There are times when they think something is wrong, it is strange. Depending on the job, how you may feel difference. The difference is large. I was also working at a company for several years. So in the beginning, when I left to become a religious leader, I was told by my family that the karma from my old position, how I thought, how I acted, would take the same amount of time to leave me as it took for me to accumulate it. There's an aspect of how you think which does not leave you. This is why you must know this objectively. Even if there is water, if you drop ink in it, it will immediately turn blue. Realistically, it is difficult to just throw away all the colored water and pour in new water. If this vessel is your mind and you're dyeing it with the toxins of amber, you may be able to add clear water to the vessel until it overflows and slowly becomes clear. To have this blue color turn back into a clear water until you can drink it will take some time. Reality is like this. If your heart is full of poison and is pulling in impurities, you must pour in the truth, the light, or take in correct, positive words and learn the teachings. Like adding in drops of new water, you must start pouring out the old water. To be able to purify all the water to be drinkable will take some time. Replacing the entire water all at once is not an easy task. It is not easy to throw away everything you've done in the past, so you must make efforts to figure out how to add fresh, clear water towards the sections that are muddy and impure, and dilute it until the end, where it is as if these impure areas are gone. This is why the 6 primary afflictions, the 3 poisons of the mind, greed, anger, and foolishness, including conceit, doubt, and wrong views, will oftentimes show up in your actions of anger. When observing your daily lifestyle, it is important to know whether there are a lot of instances where you are causing disharmony amongst people due to anger, are colliding with others, hurting them, or are being attacked in sore spots within you. We wish to be like a clear stream that continues to flow freely. Although you may feel you are under various attacks, you must be like a rubber ball, which may sink in if you are attacked or criticized, but after a while, they can bounce back. It is important to aim towards having a flexible and resistant mind. Furthermore, with practice, many of you will open up a spiritual path. At the very least, if you're a staff member of Happy Science, you will have a very high spiritual sensitivity compared to regular people. Putting aside having psychic powers, the level of spiritual sensitivity will be much higher. If you are a person who is already more open spiritually, you will be able to feel things at 100 times the average person. Any harm may also be felt grandiosely, but there is a characteristic where your evaluations of other people might shift drastically. This is why, like having super hearing abilities, where you can hear a pin drop from a kilometer away, might be a psychic ability, but if you can actually hear a pin drop from a kilometer away, this can be an awful thing. You must be able to control your sensibility, knowing how far you have developed it. There are a lot of Superman movies, but in one of these movies, Superman leaves the stratosphere and looking down at the world, and from various places, he hears the worries and sufferings of people. He hears people calling for help, and the scene shows him saying, "No, I can't control it. I can't save all of them." This is what the Bodhisattvas or Kannon or Tathagatas ranked above them are experiencing every day. There are so many voices, they cannot save all of them. They hear the sufferings of many people. At these times, you might think, from what location can you help? Who can you start to help? What is the standards that need to be adhered? Or if priorities need to be decided? Of course, if possible, they would like to have 1,000 arms and eyes, like the thousand-eyed Bodhisattva. Even with 1,000 arms and eyes, what is not enough is not enough. There are tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands, and over millions of people. For example, China has close to 1.4 billion people. The people suffering within are astonishing. Many times, even if you hear them, you cannot save them. Like this, if you have high spiritual sensitivity, you must know how different you really are. This is important. You must keep your relationships with this idea in mind.
Thank you very much. Lot of information, but 6 primary afflictions, including conceit, doubt, and wrong views. Those are also the poisons. But if your heart is full of poison and is bringing impurities, you must pour in the truth, the light, taking correct positive words, and learn the teachings. This is the point, okay? He always speak out the very, very important things very, very quickly. But, okay, don't just writing down on the water, okay? If it's a bad words, you need to write down on the water. But if in the case, in the event, it's the those are master's words, please write down on the rock. Okay, inscribe it into the rock inside. This is very important. If your heart is full of poison, like those things, okay, desire, hatred, anger, conceit, doubt, and wrong views, and foolishness, it is very difficult to change the water. That's why pour beautiful ones, like the truth. Truth is what Master talked about. And the teachings. Light is the words of Master or music composed by him, like this. Then taking correct, positive words. Yes, if you read through Master's book, no wrong words, right? There is no wrong words. Every word is beautiful and great. So, and positive. If you read the book, no words can discourage you. Every word encourages you to do good. And learn the teachings, of course. Like come here, listen to Master's lecture, explore right mind. So these are the way to against the evil existence. So please remember. Then, although you may feel you are under various attacks, you must be like a lava ball. But sometimes you can be like flower bean, easily broken. This not should be, okay? Like flower bean, don't be that. Instead, lava ball, your mind must be like a lava ball, which may sink in if they are attacked or criticized, but after a while, they can bounce back. Maybe you cannot imagine what happened to me every day, not only one thing. Many things happen every day. And I have never told you what's happening. Physically, spiritually, every day. But if I were like a flower bean, maybe I already broken. But still, I'm here, still alive, because my mind is like a lava ball. So this is very important. And then they can bounce back. It is important to aim towards having a flexible and a resistant mind. Yes. Everything starts from your determination. Even if you collect the evidence or support from others, you cannot reach the ideal. But if you admit, if you accept the idea, you can reach. So please aim toward having a flexible and a resistant mind. Okay.
The wire is caught at the back there.
Okay, but anyway, it's okay.
Don't
So,
knock it over.
but it's okay, no problem. Not a big problem. So, you must keep your relationships with this idea in your mind. If you are not flexible, if someone say something wrong, the relationship will be broken very easily. But if you accept, no one is perfect, and then forget it. Like Master says, write down their words on the surface of the water. It will disappear immediately. So flexibility is very important. Okay. Then another weapon to fight with your anger. Good words. This is a very strong. You must hold back on saying bad words. Try to lessen them and start saying good words. Okay, listen to Master.
This is why, by having advanced your spiritual discipline, if your mind becomes calm and your relationships between people become smoother, you are walking the path toward becoming a master. If you become sensitive spiritually, you will start to feel a lot of unpleasant things and will be able to feel evil spirits. You will be very sensitive to evil spirits, which makes you start to dislike people and make you act out in various ways. You must be able to overcome this. In this sense, thinking about ways to having a duller spiritual sense or the feeling of wearing armor is important. Even for the Batman suit, if you make it light enough to fly, bullets may pass through it or knives may stick in. If you make it too thick that nothing will get by, you will not be able to fly with it. There are difficulties regarding the method of how you protect yourself. If you think that you are too sensitive, you must adjust accordingly. Otherwise, it will be difficult to live calmly amongst other people. Next, you must hold back on saying bad words. Try to lessen them and start saying good words. It is also important to make efforts not to say words that will detrimentally fracture relationships between
と
people.
して出さないようにすることも大事であるかなと。だから心があんまり高ぶって
You must not say it when your emotions are heightened.
時には
You must take a breather, rethink the situation over, and think if you still need to say it. If you truly still need to say it, it is important that you think of a way to calmly persuade the other person. If you are wrong or acted in excess, it does not cost a penny to bow your head in apology. This is what I was told many times by others. As a member of society, you are unable to bow your head if you are too aggressive and have a lot of pride. You won't be able to say a single sentence, I'm sorry. If you believe you're superior, you will be unable to say it. There are many situations in this world where that one phrase will end it all. However, since they are unable to say it, they will end up throwing away opportunities at work or in the position they work at. This is why they say fully 2/3 of the people, even people who have graduated from an elite university, will quit work due to relationship problems. They are not good at adjusting themselves to their relationships. They are mostly clashing with each other in these relationships. A fight can occur between a superior and a colleague clashing. Next, they are unable to stay at work. It will always be the case, especially with a superior. If they clash using harsh words at each other, the person at the lower position will fundamentally not be allowed to stay. They will be forced to resign. It is important to be careful about how you phrase your words. I have spoken generally about anger control and anger management. There will be times when you may need to show anger. This is something missing in Japanese people. Of course, there is something you cannot let slide from the point of view of justice. You must have the courage and attitude to say it directly when you need to. This is necessary so that evil does not spread. However, in order to avoid being just upset and getting angry because of your worldly attachments, one must see if there is rationality, intelligence in the way they think about the people. Are the words being used in order to realize justice? Do the actions follow this? This must be very distinct. You may feel relief by saying words that have no reason nor intelligence, or even being violent towards them. However, you will not necessarily be able to say that you have realized justice. This aspect is where the Japanese are weak. The establishment of justice, the fundamental philosophy, is still weak, and they are unable to understand this. This is why there is a difference between scolding somebody through simple anger and nurturing somebody by scolding them through instruction. When a child makes a mistake, it is an obvious obligation for the parent to discipline their child. If this ends up cornering the other person so much, their personality breaks down. This is entering a world of self-satisfaction, and it can lead to ruining the other person. These things occur between husband and wife relationships, as well as senior and junior relationships. There will be times that, through the viewpoint of justice, you must show anger using reasoning and intelligence. I have to mention this. However, for general discipline, being able to live with calm mind will be the source of advancement. You must be cautious of these points when advancing your discipline. This is why strength is not giving out a menacing feel, but rather, if you truly become strong, the menace disappears. You will be able to be in a state like a normal person, where no one noticed that you entered. Once you enter a realm of a master, people don't notice you. There are people who seem no different from regular old people. Those who emit a menacing feel to them will be discovered quickly. Like how the police or security police are securing areas. through intimidation and are escorting their protected personnel.
飛んで、
They are thinking whether to shoot a perpetrator who jumps out or protect the prime minister by shielding their own boy.
状態では、
With these people following the prime minister around, he probably doesn't get to feel at peace. Having too much of this is not good, so you must calm down the light, almost as if assimilated into the dust. I believe it is important not to have jagged edges that hurt people in your surroundings in this world, and the path of living smoothly is important. I also believe this kind of lifestyle has infinite possibilities.
Thank you very much. So this is the part 5. The part 5, I separated also 2 parts. The first part of part 5. It goes, by having advanced your spiritual discipline, if your mind becomes calm and your relationship between people becomes smoother, you are walking the path toward becoming a master. Yes, whether your spiritual discipline becomes fruitful or not, examined by that. If you have a good relationship with others, and then you have no grudge inside others, no mind that attack others or accuse others, it means you are going to a master. I mean, Arahant. But as long as you have a bad relationship with others, and then also you have a grudge inside towards others, that means you are a normal person and not a person who become enlightened, at least Arahant. Not Bodhisattva, not Tathagata, but we humankind can become Arahant. So please be careful. This is a caution. When you have a bad relationship or mind that accuses others, even if you have good reason, so this is worse, and you cannot become enlightened. This is the problem. Because even if someone in your shoes, the reaction would be very different, right? But you choose the mind that grudge, anger, hatred. But others may understand the situation, don't have any grudge inside. So if you see the relationship with others, you can examine yourself whether you have good enlightenment or not. So this is the point we need to reflect. Then you must hold back on saying bad words. Yes, if someone says something bad to you, like you are stupid, you are silly, like that, you are wrong. You want to say something badly also. No, you are wrong. Or you have a bad character. You cannot understand others at all. You have no loving mind like that. But the more you said the bad words toward others, to accuse others, and you need to reflect yourself like that. Then, if you say like that, the situation becomes worse and worse. That's why this quote from Buddha says. So, know that there is no virtue to be gained by those who don't have an enduring mind. And also, do not forget smile. Do not forget to have a mind that endures patience. And also, you must answer harsh criticism with silence. Don't forget smile. Okay. The person who got first, at least enlightenment, that is called Arahant, six-dimensional world, can smile whenever they were criticized. Can you do it? And have no grudge inside. Just think of how to make his mind ease. That's what that way of thinking of Arahant. If when you have bad words, harsh words from that person, normal people think attack, repay by Arahat thinks, how can I help to get my deeds for him, for her, who gave me assurance? So, try to listen them to start saying good words instead. Then if he said something very, very wrong, okay, please be calm. How can I help you? And that is for example. You can say something if you practice deeply and pray to God. Please give me correct word toward him who gave me the harsh words, bad words, to help him. Words will be given. Then you may be very surprised like that. Why I got these words, great words, to make him mind very easy. So it is also important to make efforts not to say words that will detrimentally fracture relationship between people. Same as, right? Then you must not say it when your emotions are heightened. Yes. When you get something bad words from others, criticism, you become very upset. Right? At that time, don't say anything. Tell you that. Don't say anything. Be patient one while. If you be patient just 1 minute, another situation will come. Because people cannot be patient with your silence and smile. They change the words. So this is the point. If you got something from him or her, if you return sooner, like a catch ball, it hurt you very much. That is the reason you are hurt by others. Instead, please be patient just 1 minute. And then, like river, flowing, naturally, the situation will be changed. You can get a great words from heaven. You can say something, very good words. So good words can conquer the bad words. But you try to give bad words to him or her, or harsh words, even if it's correct. You are wrong. But if you say like that, situation will be worse and worse. Then you must take a breather, rethink the situation over, and think if you still need to say it. It will take 1 minute. Then, if you truly still need to say it, it is important that you think of a way to calmly persuade the other person. Calmly. Don't upset. If you say, shut up! Like that, you are wrong. This is the point. That's why you are wrong. You need to change yourself. Situation becomes worse. But if you say calmly and also with understanding, try to make him please, then words will give naturally. So this is the first point of part 5. And also, what you disturb you to get peace of mind when you being attacked by others, because one reason is that what is the cause? You see what is the cause? That is sense of victim. Now I am attacked by him. I have to guard myself. That kind of sense makes you anger, hatred, and harsh words. So don't have sense of victim. Instead, sense of envoy of God. So imagine you are attacked by someone, by harsh words. But if you think I am a victim, I am attacked by him, you can be easily become a victim. But this sense of victim hurt you very much, because Master says in his book, there are heaven and hell. People in hell, evil spirits, always have a sense of victim. All of them, without exception. They say, I am a victim because of my parents, because of society, because of my siblings, because of my coworker, because of my director, because of my company, because of government. I am a victim. That is a word from the mouth of hellish people, I mean evil spirits, satans, devils. Okay. But people who in heaven always think, how can I help you? So if they see the evil spirits who try to attack angels, angel thinks, oh, how can I help you? That is a way of thinking, even if he attacked them. That's why Jesus Christ said, please, God, oh God, please forgive those people who attack me. They don't know anything. Right? That sense of mind will help you. So this is an difference between the people in the hell, people in the heaven. At least if you live in the more than fifth dimensional world, Master said, if you have a person who you cannot forgive, you cannot get into even the fifth dimensional world that good. That is at least heaven. You cannot get into. That's why sense of victim is very dangerous. Don't think of that. That's why socialism and communism based on this idea. Sense of victim. That's why no communist country could have never get success. Okay, so you must not say when your emotion higher than that. Okay, so then second part of the part 5. Sometimes people justify. I am getting angry because of justice. Yes, it's me, as he said. There will be times when you may need to show anger. Then, of course, there is something you cannot let aside. Yeah, let slide from the point of view of justice. That's why we happy science do like political activities. Then you must have the courage and the attitude to say it directly when you need to do. This is necessary so that evil doesn't spread. If you don't fight against totalitarianism, this world becomes governed by totalitarianism. That's why we against that, but without getting angry. Okay, rational. It says, however, in order to avoid being just upset and get angry, because of your worldly attachment, one must see if there is rationality, intelligence in the way they think about people. So this is important. Whenever, even if you work for justice, if you get angry or if you just are upset, that doesn't work. That means evil spirits versus evil spirits. Both of them people. Even if you say, against totalitarianism, if you get angry. So, same as the people who try to do totalitarianism. Don't get angry even in that situation. You should against that, but don't get angry. With rationality, intelligence. This is a key point. In that way, they think about the people. Because if you get angry whenever you do like a political activity or justice, if you get angry, that becomes evil deeds. Hard others. Because the attempt you try is change others' mind. It's not a possible attempt. But if you have a very rational, intelligent mind, then they can listen. Okay, so this is very important. That's why. So Are the words being used in order to realize justice? Do the actions follow this? This must be very distinct. Distinct, right? Do you know this one? Distinct.
Yes.
Yes? So that's why if you do the political activity to reduce your stress, it's not great. I joined sometimes like a march for freedom. And then I was very surprised because we insist at that time that make Chinese people, 1.4 billion people, free. Give them freedom of speech, give them the freedom of expression like that. We Happy Science insist that for the sake of others, but almost all people give me freedom. Give me freedom to go pub and drink beer all day long like that. Yeah, this is truth, not joking. Many people say like that. Give me freedom to go to pub. I was very surprised and shocked. Why they insist on my own benefit only? Don't you think about the people in the country governed by totalitarianism? They don't have any freedom and they always fear inside their heart. But they insist that I want to go to the pub to get a beer, a cup of beer. Oh my goodness. Okay.
I just want a cup of coffee.
Right? Go to restaurant and have chicken. Like that. Yeah, but it's not a job. Okay. This is happening in this world. That's why if you work for justice, be rational, intelligent, and think of others. How can I help you? Same one. Okay, as I said, like Angel. Even if in the bad situation, you always think of how can I help others and support others. For general discipline, being able to live with a calm mind will be the source of advancement. Then, if you have a rough vibration, you cannot get advancement. So you must be cautious of these points when advancing to your discipline. Right? So, last part. Indicator. Anger management can act as a simple indicator of how well you are advancing in your discipline. Okay, let's listen to the subject.
まあ、今日はアンガーマネジメント。
Today, I spoke about anger management. This topic may link up with criminal activities, and I hope that there is an aspect of deterring these activities.
職業を失うということに対する抑止効果も
This will also be effective for stopping families collapsing and losing their jobs. There are people who want to numb their feelings, so they try narcotics and stimulants, ultimately becoming addicted and unable to escape.
犯罪やっぱりしなくていくものであってまあ通常に生きながら
It is important to live normally while learning a skill that erases these feelings of anger. There are many examples of what you can do to accomplish this, but you must first feel that you want to do it in order to advance yourself. This is what you need to know.
してくださいね。私だって
Even for myself, it is a rare occurrence for me to get mad. There are times when I do. I have been told that when I do get angry on the rare occasion, that I am very scary. But getting angry like this is probably once in a few years. Usually, these incidents do not occur. There are things I want to be angry about regarding the work of my disciples. But if I start getting angry, I have to start getting angry about everything. If my disciples have poor qualities, then it means I also have poor qualities. Since I have poor qualities, my guidance is also poor. If my own work was better, I might not even need to guide people. These are the things I try to think about first. There will never be a time that I will face the chief director and tell him, "Hey, Goldie, why don't you croak over already?" I have plenty of control in terms of this. I believe it to be crucial to be able to not say things that will end up spilling blood. It is important to soften your phrasing and be careful about what you say. It is important not to say things in a way where you yourself might be hurt. This is why, if you start saying harsh things because you think that you outrank them and the positions change one day, you will feel a counterattack, which will definitely come. It will be great if you can become smart about how you use your words in order to not create enemies on a day-to-day basis. I would like to stop here so as to keep it short. Please keep the words anger management in your memory. This can act as a simple indicator of how well you are advancing in your discipline. In the Hollywood movies, there is the Incredible Hulk. Even the Hulk has a heart rate monitor instead of a wristwatch, and if his heart rate goes past 200 beats per minute, his tooth rips off and he turns into a green monster that goes on a rampage. This is also a sign as well. In other words, you must not take yourself to a place where your heart rate increases past 200 beats per minute. In the second film, I believe he was learning Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, and while doing breathing exercises, the Hulk was practicing how to calm his anger. After 200 beats per minute, he transforms and goes on a rampage. He had these monitors to constantly measure his heart rate too. It may be funny, but in actuality, one may become a monster like the Hulk. Please find a path that will stray away from this path. This is what I wish for. This will be it for today. Thank you
大川
very
理子
much.
先生、誠にありがとうございました。
So part 6. It says that there are many examples of what you can do to accomplish this, but you must first feel that you want to do it in order to advance yourself, not punish yourself. Okay, and then because if you can control your emotion, you can be happy, right? Because you can control your mindset, your emotion. Then you can get a peace of mind, isn't it? That's why it is important to know those rules. You need to reflect. And then, even for myself, he said, he confessed, Masaoka himself. It is rare occurrence for me to get mad. Of course, there are times when I do. I have been told that when I do get angry, on the rare occasion, that I am very scared. So, but getting angry like this is probably once in a few years. Usually these incidents do not occur. So what is it? He mentioned about how often you can get angry. If you want to go back to heaven, how often you can get angry? Once a day, once a week, once a month? Of course, but to go back to the at least heaven, like fifth dimension or once a month. But normal people get angry twice or 3 times a day. You don't realize, or you try to hide it. But normal people, unfortunately, get angry twice or 3 times a day. That's normal. Even the happy science members. I know. So that means even if you know the spiritual truth, knowledge level, you have never practiced it. If you practice the sincerely, Master said, at least you can get angry only once a month. That is the at least condition to go back to heaven. Otherwise, you cannot say, I am a loving person. So, usually these incidents do not occur. It is important to soften your phrasing and be careful about what you say. It is important not to say things in a way where you yourself might be hurt. Yes. If you get angry, toxin generated in your mind, right? That happens. That's why please don't get angry and choose another way of thinking. Please keep the words anger management in your memory. This can act as a simple indicator of how well you are advancing in your business. Yes, check it whether I can keep at least once a month or twice a day. So if you get angry like normal person twice or 3 times a day or more than once a month, not express, but in your mind, okay, you can hide, I'm getting angry. You can pretend very be peaceful, but your mind cannot tell a lie. So I don't think even the happiness members can get angry maybe once a day or something. So then, to conclude today's one, we will practice self-reflection. You don't need to tell me like that, but in your mind, please check. Everybody has a mind that gets angry easily. Okay, everybody in this room, without exception, I believe so. Then ask yourself, what is the real cause of your anger? Why you cannot control your emotion? Ask yourself. Maybe you cannot get the answer in 10 or 20 minutes, but as much as you can, please make effort. And then you can continue the reflection in your house regarding reflecting and referring to master's speech you learn and you have memo, right? And then please reflect on it based on the law of 100% self-responsibility. Because if you say, because of government, because of my neighbors, because of my siblings, because of my family, because of my colleagues, that is the same as evil speech. So 100% self-responsibility is a necessary condition to go back to heaven. So then please make a management plan to control your anger. If you realize the cause, you can make a plan how to train myself not to get angry easily. Based on Masaoka's teachings. How to control your mind. Like car. If you drive a car wrong way, you will get crashed, right? That happens to normal people twice or 3 times a week. So you need to overcome this point. Okay. After reciting the prayer to guardian guidance speech, I will give you 15 minutes to reflect on it. If you have a prayer book, let's see start. Do you understand? Okay, now let's practice. Prayer to guardian guiding spirits. My guardian guiding spirit, deep inside of me, you are the fountain of life, the light of hope, the source of wisdom, and the shield of courage. Every day, may you help me develop my soul and refine my mind. Every day, may you give me inspiration and show me the right path to follow. Please protect me from all evil and guide me in living a better life. For this I give my thanks. Okay, then please relax yourself and use the pencil and shoulders. And put your hands on your lap with facing upwards. And close your eyes gently. Make sure your back is straight. Start deep breathing from your head. Not just movement, from your head. Once you forget everything, okay? Just focus on deep breathing. If it's difficult to focus on the deep breathing, just count every breath. 1, 2, 3, like that. So you can get a piece of it. Please repeat this one several times. Guardian guiding spirits in this room. Guardian guiding spirits in this room. Please help those people who are in this room. Please give them the accurate advice. So let's begin. The self-reflection. What is the real cause of your anger? Please reflect on it based on the law of 100% self-responsibility. Then please make a management plan to control your anger. Now let's begin. I will give you the 15 minutes for this. Please end their self-reflection and contemplation. Thank you very much. So this is great seminar to change yourself, right? No one didn't realize anger is poison or toxic. So toxic, they don't realize. Gradually, there you are. You have been, you are, and you will be invaded by this poison called anger. Because many people, a lot of people, especially Western society people, up to justify their anger. I am right, they are wrong. That's why I have eligible to get angry. I have right to get angry. So that is wrong. Even if you have a good reason to get angry, but if you get hatred, anger inside, that damage society, damage others. So stop it. Instead, choose another way, third way. There must be some way. Okay. So to conclude it, again, listen to the master's words from Kyoto, the reverse of Buddha. And then this time, Pascal, can you listen?
Is it the same one?
Same one, yes, Pastor, please.
From the Truth and Rebirth of Buddha, Chapter 3. Do not be foolish. Do not become angry. My beloved disciples, I have taught you about various poisons of your mind. One of these poisons is anger. You must not become angry. No matter what happens, no matter what kind of humiliation you may experience, you must not become angry. This teaching is vital to a religious practitioner, for as you practice your discipline, you will surely be criticized by others. You will surely be condemned and humiliated by others. However, as disciples of Buddha, you must endure this humiliation. You must not repay anger with anger. You must respond with gentle words. You must answer harsh criticism with silence. Do not forget to smile. Do not forget to have a mind that endures patiently. Do not forget to have a mind of perseverance. For this mind of perseverance and the discipline of endurance shall enable you to accumulate virtue. Know that there is no virtue to be gained by those who don't have an enduring mind. Know that those who fight anger with anger shall never become a person of virtue. You must never, ever give in to anger.
This is words from Buddha. Please accept this. Thank you very much. Okay, this concludes today's one. And then 10 minutes we have break. And from 10 past 5, we will have a Dharma talk session, okay, with Zoom. Thank you very much for joining today. Thank you very much, everyone. So this concludes today's one. 10 past 5, we will have a Zoom meeting. Okay. I hope to see you soon. See you then. Thank you.